This is what you can understand as a liquid crystal hologram failure. Have a look of how this hologram shifts into its nematic phase. And usually when they do that with their hand, if they move the hand like that, they can get rid of it. So they know what to do in that case, if they need to move the hand around in a specific way, or if they need to touch something in their body, their nose, their face. They usually do that, and it kind of, the hologram kind of resets. But you can see how, like, there's no changes anywhere in the environment, and he is standing outside. So it's not a set or a studio, but you can see how much hologram distortion there is all over the place. So this is your liquid crystal hologram, and these liquid crystals are actually embedded within them, and you can read this in the website of energetic synthesis, and how the fallen angels are giving disclosure about their crystalline genetics, which they call the 12th strand of DNA, called the crystalline DNA. So I think that's what it's about. So you can see how much he is glitching, and it's like integrated into his body, even his clothing. You can see everything is a hologram. So this is very common. You will see this kind of pattern, which is called the nematic phase. And if you study the hologram, the phases are the most important thing in hologram, because if you get the phases right, then you can get the complete hologram. So that's your hologram technology that is embedded in the DNA. Now it cleans up when he does his hand like that. Comes back. Tail's all green, and he looks extremely scary there. Like hollow eyes, green skin. And maybe he's touching his hair there to like reset his hologram, move his hand, different things to affect it. You can see a lot of the green. Look how scary he looks. The green color, and the green is like the base color. Like in our nature, the green is the base color, and all the different flowers and fruits, they change color, and they emerge from the green. All the fruits and vegetables, they initially start out green and they change color. That's the base, having the base as the green, and they use the green screen for that reason as well. So you might see some like this greeny thing here, the green color thing here, and they use that green as their base. Because if you quickly study the chameleon lizards, you will understand green is like just the default, and green is not a color that you change into, but everything defaults to green and everything comes through the green. Actually, all these colors are mixed with the green to make all these different colors, and that's what you can observe in nature when the leaves grow yellow, browning, different changes of colors. You can observe that in nature as well. Over here it says the pneumatic liquid crystal. So this is a liquid crystal phase. And this similar pattern, this pneumatic liquid crystal pattern, you will observe directly when you see the hologram glitches. And the pneumatic phase is like the most common, but you'll see a lot of the pixel phase glitches as well. But pixel phase glitches we are used to, but we have not seen this pneumatic liquid crystal phase glitches before, but it seems like it's pretty common, and many have given disclosure of this pneumatic liquid crystal failure or distortion phase. So when they have their glitches, whether it's your pixel glitch or your pneumatic phase glitch, you will see them touch their noses like this. They'll touch parts of their bodies, their nose, or generally their face, and the glitch tends to correct. Not all the time, but sometimes when they touch parts of the body, especially their nose, the distortion, the hologram distortion, tends to correct. So that's how you know that they are all using a hologram, because they all do the same thing. They're either touching their face, their nose, or pressing parts of their body. As soon as they have the hologram glitch, they will do that. They are aware of that, and they will do that. And sometimes I think they can see themselves on the screen, and they also watch themselves on the screen to make sure that they are not glitching. And if they're glitching, they can usually touch themselves or move their hands to correct the hologram distortion. So that's how you can know that they are really they are all using the same technology. They're all using holograms, and you can authenticate the use of holograms because they are touching their nose, they're touching their jewelry, they touch their jewelry obsessively. Celebrities touch their jewelry because the hologram is so sensitive. The 3D jewelry just disappears. So when they keep touching it, somehow the three-dimensional object maintains its form, maintains its structure. And I think that's what they're doing to their hologram as well. They touch it and it comes back. They do the same thing with the jewelry. They keep touching it, keep playing with it, and they're always checking to see if the jewelry is always there. So over here you can see how this lady is going through her glitching, and she touches her nose to fix it, and it goes away. See, she touches her nose. So they all do the same thing. And over here you see the same thing. This man's glitching and he's touching an area in his chest. The hologram tends to fix itself. And some online art that is depicting that holographic glitch phase, as it's very obvious here. You can see how people are already playing with that concept and creating art based on their holographic technology. And this is another one with all these children with their hologram glitching their eyes and the lips all over the place. This is funny. And this one you can see that kind of distortion through the hologram. So all this art is depicting their hologram technology failure, hologram technology distortion. Another funny one here. So all of these things you will see happen through the hologram when they take glitches. This I have seen like a white person glitch through the black person. So in the hologram they're playing a black person, but they're actually a white person. So there was like this news anchor that had a black face but white hands. This is what they are showing. And we've always seen this scenario glitch through the hologram. So all of these are created, and these artistic expressions, they come from somewhere. And we've seen that as well. This picture of Lady Gaga and this costume that she's wearing also reminds me of how they are coming out through the hologram. So this huge hat she's wearing looks like a television, or this hologram with all the rainbow color, and that looks exactly like the hologram they operate. And it's like she's peeking through the hologram, and her claw fingers that they do, like they're animals, so they shape shift. They have like the claw fingers shape shifting through the hologram, and she is also peeking through the hologram. So that's what this image or this art or whatever she's trying to do depicts directly to me. And this is another art by her doing the same thing, peeking through the hologram. You can see the colors and all that. So she's wearing like her little grid fashion there. So everything is intentional. Everything they do is part of their technological system that they create, and they just add a creative twist to something that they are a part of. So Lady Gaga peeking through the hologram.
Well, my spirit is very encouraged about what the Lord is sharing with our church. We're preparing for a great, awesome 2008, and I'm excited about what next year is going to bring to our church family worldwide.
In terms of tomorrow, I understand you're having a news conference.
Yes.
What is that about?
Well, there's been a lot of speculation about what has happened in the last 3 months, especially with the new article that just came out. 5 pages of conjectures, dramatizations, and a lot of mistruths, misstatements that have been put. I'm sensitive to the fact that for about 90 days I've been quiet. I've been quiet to basically hold back a lot of stuff that I can say about what has happened and share from my heart a silence, and just a silence, not open up and share things about my wife that would probably put her in a different light. But because of what has been said, my heart is going out for our sons and daughters primarily. Our church has been put in a turmoil because of my silence.
They did like 350. You bid 351. And then you just watch the dirty look from the guy that did 350.
My favorite part.
Yeah.
See the reaction? See the green hue build up all around them? And I'll show you another example on the reporter's part as well coming up here, so just bear with me. Alright, so here, this is what I mean by being boxed off. So we're gonna just move it over here and just zoom in on the female here as best as we can, and I'll begin to show you what's going on.
There in the audience, it was like from right up, she was sitting like in the rows up there.
So you even know where she sat?
It's on YouTube. Like all these pictures are on YouTube now. She came right first, she lost her hat, then she came down here, and she finally got down here.
Speaking of YouTube, Drew,
Yes.
was your nasty spill or your little accident on YouTube? What happened to you?
No, they have it over here, I'll show you.
Yeah, we want to reenact
let's,
it.
we need the models first.
Well, sure, we'd love to see them all.
Yeah.
We have Brandy, Rachel, and
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
How are you doing?
Miss California, Miss USA California 2006. Brandy was a Miss USA and a Miss Teen USA.
Now, do you have to be a beauty queen to get this job, Drew? Or
Rachel's just a regular old model.
oh, well, there you go. Now, they
She
used to
didn't
be,
win any pageants.
they used to be Barker's Beauties. What are you going to be?
Look at that.
Calling them Drews.
I'm going to call Brandy, Rachel, and Tamiko.
Okay.
Okay, you can see how the face has become completely morphed out, and this is what a hologram would look like if it was malfunctioning. As you know, I voiced before that I believe this is the belt-like device that malfunctions and that creates this type of anomaly. But let's just jump into the next anomalies as time is of the essence here. Guy phenomenon. that has been seen in a lot of shapeshifting videos. That frequency fences also made people aware of this black eye phenomenon where the eyes become blacked out, and this is a great example here.
I didn't just have a baby.
Really?
I
Oh,
was
it's
just-
just. No, yeah, but I don't think you could ever be fat.
Yeah.
Never be
it's-
fat.
Goes away, she
Iris.
touches
yeah,
it.
Well, the baby made me look fat for about 5 months.
No, no.
This is a YouTube channel that you can go and visit and see all the different holographic failures, hologram failures, the pneumatic phase distortion. You can see the hologram failure of all the people here. So there are heaps and heaps of videos, really well captured, and you can go and study it and see it for yourself, the types of holographic technology that they are using, and if you can find some of your own, that is great as well. So have a look at this and study this, because there's a lot here. And this is another great channel, Offshoot 100. And a lot of the things here are very, very interesting. A lot of the hair technology that is very unique to this channel. And I also learned about the glitching of hooves through the hologram. I saw it here, and then I went into the mainstream world to see if I could find something, and I just found everyone was glitching hooves. So this is a very good channel that you can study the very unique things, the things that are not shared in other channels. You can find them here. Especially the wearable technology, that is quite unique and difficult to identify. This person seems to be identifying that quite well. Finding wearable technologies in their head, in their heads, in their hair. So there's a lot of that here in this channel, so you can have a look. So hologram technology creates hair, beauty created by hologram technology, Michael Jackson head technology exposed. So very interesting stuff. So you can learn from this website.
Did you think it was going to stink?
No, not in terms of like the quality of it, but I mean just in terms of the size. I mean it wasn't even a very big budget, and I just kind of thought when it's.
What you're looking at right here is the pneumatic phase, okay? That's when the crystal or the crystal technology is being discombobulated, okay? Just keep paying attention. Just keep looking. The liquid crystal technology is able to hide who they really are, okay? You really gotta look at this. They're reptilians.
Tough game last night against the Miami Heat for you guys. What'd you learn about that basketball team?
Just getting used to their speed and athleticism, and dealing with, drawing two defenders and making reads to find the open guys. So definitely a learning experience.
This is called the pneumatic phase. You see how the pneumatic phase is showing? This means that the technology is being messed up, okay?